problematic. I've been seeing that a lot in our industry lately. You know, people saying, well, I'm not going to whatever, fill in the blank, birthday party, intro, self-defense seminar, anything, because I value my time. And I'm like, no, I get it. But, you know, if you're charging for something that if you just change your mindset, you would give it out for free and get a lot more out of it, you know? Yep. I understand not working for free, but like, there's the deal is we're not working. Like if you were an artist, you know, like a graphic artist, I don't know how much you guys see through your Facebook news feed, but like, that's a whole thing. Like people will say, photographer, well, can you do this job for me? Cause you'll get great exposure. I'll tell all my friends about it. And they're like, no, I need money. Right. We're not doing a service like that for money. And like, we have to have our hours. Like, you know, we gain students and we make money doing nothing essentially. You know what I mean? So it's really like, I think that we should change our attitudes about that. And if we considered birthday parties marketing or Nerf parties marketing, would you pay, instead of receiving $297, would you pay $297 to have 25 prospects walk through your door? I think we all would pay $300 to have 25 prospects walk through the door.
Right. Yep.
But not if we couldn't convert them, or not if we didn't have a plan, not if we didn't have, you know, then I guess that's probably what that points out, is that people aren't willing to do that. Either their mindset's not in the right place or they don't know how to take advantage of it.
Everyone seems to be very, very highly valued of martial arts. You know, it's like I'm worth $500 per hour or something like that. You know, so okay.
Are you sure? Yeah. And I don't want to, you know, people to think that I don't want people to hear me say you shouldn't value yourself. Absolutely sure. But like, I know for me and for my school, one free intro class works way better. I don't want to charge for that intro class because to me, that devalues it. Now they're thinking I pay per class. Well, can't I just drop into a couple of classes? Well, no, that's not how it works. I want a real commitment. I'm willing to give a little bit of myself or my instructors or whatever to get a real commitment. So,
right.
You know, yeah.
I like the free intro. It's always worked good for me or for my clients over the past few years. And people understand that. I like to have you come down and try a class. This way we get a chance to meet you, see exactly what we can do for your child. You get a chance to meet our instructors and see if it's a fit for you. I mean, it's right. Just like the non-committal. It totally makes sense.
Yep.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and then it makes it really easy when people say, well, can we just try one more class? And you say, oh, unfortunately, we can only do one class. Would you like to enroll or not? You know, don't avoid the no. If they say no, then the answer is no, you know? So now I know that some people I have heard, and I think we tried this at some point, I can't remember, if you can't get the enrollment, kind of do a down sell essentially into some sort of 6-week trial or something to that effect. I'm too grumpy for that, but I know that people say that works. I haven't seen any consistent, solid proof that somebody says, well, on average, you know, 100 people come in for the free trial. Only 50 of them sign up. 25 of them say, I don't want to sign up, but I'll do the 6-week down sell. And then 15 of those become students. Like, I haven't seen any numbers like that. I think we just don't track our numbers well enough. But maybe it's a legit possibility.
A while back, I had a seal made up. It was like the 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Mm-hmm. And I just tell people, you know, start, you know, if you're not totally happy in the first 30 days and you decide it's not for you, then we'll keep remain in the program. Very, very rarely have I had people take advantage of that. But it takes away that risk. You know, it's a risk reversal. You know.
Yeah. One of the things that I do to get people to say yes is I waive our registration fee, or I waive 50% of the registration fee. If somebody comes in, so we have a really specific process. We send out texts and emails. We have a video about here's what's going to happen, mom and dad, when you come in. You're going to check in at the front desk. You're going to take a class. Here's what I want you to look for. And it's specific to 4 through 6 or 7 through 12 or 13 plus. Like, I'm not saying the same things with the 13 plus as I am with the 4 through 6. But anyway, we talk about, and if you decide it's right for you, we'll give you 50% off of your enrollment fee to start right then. And what I say is sometimes kids come right off the mat and they just want to do it right then because it's so much fun. We make it easier for you to say yes to your kid. And if I'm not able to communicate, if someone signs up, like we had somebody sign up at 2:30 for a 3:30 class yesterday online. Well, I didn't have time. Now she told me that she watched the videos, which was great. So she knew about the 50% off, but I didn't talk to her. So I told her, I didn't get a chance to talk to you because I was running the front desk that day. I didn't get a chance to talk to you. If you do want to enroll today, we'll waive the entire enrollment fee, make it easier for you. But it was only going to be for that day. As she went ahead and did it because she was like, and she was going to walk away if, you know what I mean? She needed that little push off the fence. And her kid literally ran out and go, I love it. He's 4. I love it. So, okay, great. Let's get you started.
I like the wording you said to make it much easier to say yes to your kid.
Exactly. I say moms and dads, sometimes kids don't like it, and that's okay. And I tell them, you're not going to hurt our feelings if your kid doesn't like it. That's why it's a free class. But if your kid comes running off the mat and absolutely loves it and says, I got to start right now, we make it easier for you to get started. And make it easier as you pay us $280 instead of $330 or whatever it is.
Exactly.
So, but people, and that's the other thing is that sometimes my 20-year-old, 21-year-old front desk and after school and people, they get nervous about that amount of money because to them, that's half their rent with their roommate, And I'm like, guys, that's one shopping trip for that family. Like, you got to understand that, yes, not everybody's made of money, but they didn't come in here expecting it to be $50 a month or free or whatever. And if they did, they're not a good client for us. So don't be so nervous about saying, okay, your total is $260, is $780 or whatever it is. It's not a big deal.
I was talking to the girls at RainMaker yesterday, and I was just talking about, when to use the postcards, because I think the postcards are really neat. The reason I saw a postcard is my kids missed class at the martial arts school, so they're MIA, and they happen to get mailed a card. And my daughter goes, "This is really cool." I mean, it's a big card.
Yeah, the RainMaker ones are good. Like I think like a 4x6 or no, it's like it's big.
They're half the size of a sheet of paper.
Yes. So whatever that works out to, because my kids get them too sometimes because they don't freaking check in. Check in. Yeah.
So. And I said, do you do anything custom? Like some people like to do custom Christmas cards. And she goes, well, we can't design anything custom for you, but if you send over artwork, so like you take a picture of your whole staff with Christmas hats on, and you do something with Fiverr, and they do a nice logo on there, then we can print those up and add those in so you can actually do a custom card. I thought that was a pretty neat idea.
That is a cool idea. I like that a lot.
They showed me a picture of one team. I forget where the team was, but there's like 20 people on the front of the card. It just said "Happy Holidays" from this martial arts school. So
yeah,
I thought that was a real cool idea. And
I remember it was probably 3 or 4 years ago that I got a yes from them to do that, and then I never sent them any artwork. So I need to get on top of that. And it wasn't Christmas cards; it was something else. But yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, I know there's always a block for like clients where they got to take a picture, and I don't know how to set that up. But you probably have a staff member that is pretty good at that could take a nice picture and put some artwork on it, or just like Fiverr, Fiverr for $10 and have someone get it to you within 24 hours. So I think it's pretty doable. And then I started thinking probably other ways we could use that service because it's a pretty cool service. I think Corey was saying it's 97 cents, but that includes the postage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I know for a fact, just for those of y'all that are listening, I know that RainMaker doesn't make like any money on that. I mean, they may even lose money just it being a service to you guys. Y'all couldn't put together the postage and the card and all of that for $1 each. Like, no way,
And especially when it's not like a little ad card. I mean, it's a substantial when you get it. Mm-hmm. So I started thinking, what else could we use that service for? I was just reminded of you sending, because I'm on your email list. I get that thing for the $47 for any program I want to sign up for. Mm-hmm. I said, well, we have prospects on our prospect list that came within the last few months. They may just be waiting for that type of pricing.
Yep.
And you send me the emails. I get the emails because I'm interested in what you have to say because I want to see how you're doing my.
Sure.
So I read yours, but I don't read 99% of my emails.
Well, You know what? Now that we're talking about that, someone who came in, we have a specific process. So we use a single sheet of paper, front and back, because I may not be able to boot the computer up real fast and get them in a RainMaker, but I can write down their information. So it goes in a RainMaker after we write it down. Once it says like when their appointment is, when their date of first contact is, what their age range is, things like that. We flip the paper over, and on the back there's some scripting, not a whole lot for like leaving messages, but there's a section for enrolled and a section for did not show and a section for did not enroll. If they didn't show or they didn't enroll, they get an automatic tag in RainMaker. Like we put a flow tag. We put a flow tag that said DNS flow tag or DNE, did not enroll. And those flow tags trigger certain things. One of those things that a DNE triggers is something like $100 off of enrollment or something to that effect. So like they get hey, you didn't enroll, but we're so glad to have met you anyway. And then a couple of other things, and then they get an offer that's a special offer. Now, generally, if they didn't enroll, it's real hard to get them to actually enroll, but we should at least communicate with them. The did not shows are another thing that I think people mistake. Martial arts school owners make a mistake of thinking that if they didn't show, they weren't interested, and that's just not true, right? They didn't show because they forgot that they had a dentist appointment or they whatever, this, that, or the other. Sending them an offer for a better enrollment and then offering them to reschedule their appointment is a really good thing to do, and that you could do that absolutely with a postcard. So like we send a little coupon. It's in an email. It just looks like a coupon, and it says $50 off enrollment plus a free whatever, T-shirt or something like that. But it says if you schedule and enroll in the next whatever it is, like 5 days or something like that. And we've had a couple of people take us up on that. They're like, okay, yes, thank you. We'd love to do that. We did mean to come back, and they came back and took advantage of it. Now, maybe it's 1 out of 100 people, but maybe that's the person that becomes your next franchisee. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like every student matters. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, in fact, Valerie just had called me. I was going to ask her if she could maybe do something up, maybe get students could design something for RainMakers to use. It was kind of a template.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you could just have, like you said, Fiverr. You can have somebody edit it or bring it into Canva or something and put your own text on it. And because RainMaker is going to have the ability to, on the back side of that, customize your own, like on the backside of a card. Does everybody use cards? Dave, do you guys use the cards, postcards?
No.
Okay. Greg, you want me to show real quick how we're using just the simplest way that we're using the MIA postcards?
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Let me share my screen real quick just so that you guys understand, because we might be talking about postcards and people might not have any idea what the heck we're talking about, right? So y'all can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So in this particular flow, we have an MIA flow. And so this one says MIA 2018, just as we started in 2018. And you can see that we've sent, 2,300 items, 2,400 items, whatever those items are, whether it's a text or an email or a postcard or whatever. So let's look at this specific flow. So someone does not check in for a total of 8 days. So they're supposed to come on a Monday and a Wednesday. That's their roster, right? They miss a Monday. Okay, well, let's say they check in on Wednesday, they miss a Monday. Well, that might not be a huge deal. But if they miss the next Wednesday, we need to start getting on top of that. So we send them an email in 8 days. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Just checking up, make sure everything is going well. We get a lot of replies from that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you Sally hurt her ankle in basketball or whatever, right? Okay, cool. Then we go in and put them on vacation so that they don't we say, when do you think Sally will be back? Oh, she'll be back next class. Okay, put them on vacation until the next class so they don't continue to get these. Step 2 is if they don't come back in another 2 days. So like they missed a Monday, they missed a Wednesday. Well, they didn't make it up on Friday. They're getting a call on Saturday, right? Now, if they emailed or if they responded to our email and said, hey, sorry, we forgot to tell you we're on vacation. Well, we put them on vacation and this task will not pop up. But if they don't say anything to the email, this task pops up. call MIA1. And our team knows MIA1 is they haven't been here in a while. Hey, just checking up on you. Oh, you're feeling bad? I hope you feel better. Then put them on vacation. Then we send a text message 15 days out. So they miss the Monday, they miss the Wednesday. They miss another Monday, they're getting a text. 17 days out, they miss another Wednesday, they're getting a phone call. It's 22 days after that we get a is this an email? This is a nothing. I sent a text message, sorry.
Postcard.
And then we sent a postcard as well. So that's when we launched the postcard. So let's take a look at this postcard. And I know 22 days out's a long time. I don't want to be sending postcards nonstop, just because they missed a couple of weeks. People are busy, but 22 days after they stop attending classes, we send them a postcard. In this particular case, we send them the We Miss You postcard. Our logo automatically goes there. So RainMaker does just put your logo there, whatever logo you have uploaded. And then down here, we have, so these are all the options. Logos in a second. Down here, we have We Miss You. You can choose your font. Hey, it's always Cameron. It's always my kid, Cameron. Cameron, just wanted to know that we missed you, your smiling face in class, blah, 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 whatever you say. Now, we specifically say, if you need some extra help to get caught up, you need to schedule some makeup classes, please let us know. Because we want people to know, here's the option. Not we miss you and then put the ball in your court like you're supposed to know what to do. I don't ever want somebody to think, what do I do now? Okay, thanks for the postcard, but I'm a little embarrassed. What do I do now, right? Do I call? Do I show up? What am I supposed to do? If you need some extra help or you need to reschedule those makeup classes, let us know. Okay, I can respond. And then we got a little call to action type text here. This is my favorite quote, Teddy Roosevelt. But here's all the different options. So we've got welcomes. You could put in a welcome flow. So you could say when someone enrolls in a program, they instantly get this welcome. And you can make it, your smiling mug with a thumbs up. You can make it whatever you want, a picture of your school. There's just generic Aryan children there. There's a chick that probably nobody even uses those geese. So if you're the kind of school that you really want your geese on there, yeah, you upload a custom thing. That's cool. Hey, this birthday parties is new. I haven't seen this one before. But this is what postcards look like. Happy birthday postcard. You can send out when a student has a birthday, send that postcard out. But you have to make sure that you have your birthdays on lock. Every once in a while, we'll send out birthday emails, and somebody will go, oh, well, that's so sweet, but it's not my birthday. So got to make sure that that's actually on there correctly. So, yeah, so that's the easiest way to start those is put them in an MIA flow. Make sure that, if your people are 20 days out from checking into class, they need to get a postcard. That means something to them,
But just like you said, those are the postcards. That's how they do it. But then you can put your own picture on there, or you can do the custom things like we're saying where you actually have an image of a special that you're offering.
Right, yeah. So the $49, save $300 over regular enrollment, or like we were talking about for my Black Friday. In fact, this last Thursday we went through and set it all the way up on how to do a Black Friday offer for returning members. Get started for $1, and then my other special offer on that was at your previous price point. So people know if they quit, they're up on the new pricing. We've got people that have been here for years and years, and they're paying $99 a month and everybody else is paying $150 or whatever. Not only am I going to restart you, but at your previous price point. But it's this one day only. And you could send that postcard, the week before so that they know that it's coming, then hit them with a text message, then hit them with the email with the link and a text with the link. And if you guys are sending texts, use a Bitly link because people will click on a Bitly link in a text. Those profit generator links are a little long, and they take up quite a few spaces, and you only have 160 characters for a text. Use a Bitly link. It makes it easier.
If people don't know that, you just have to go to Bitly, and then you put in that long one, and they just shorten it. You just copy and paste that instead. Yep,
super. And people are used to Bitly links. 5-10 years ago, people were like, what is this? I'm not clicking on this weird thing. It looks like a scam. But nowadays, people are comfortable with Bitly links, and they'll tap on them.
Yeah. There's a restaurant in my area. They just sent me a similar card. And the card was basically we're back in season down in South Florida. and they had 2 coupons on the card. One was for a discount on lunch, and one was for a discount on a dinner. Do you kind of see anything to use, how you can use that type of marketing card?
Yeah, I think a lot of us have prospects in our that have come to something before. We have now. You have to have a mailing list, right? Meaning you have to have people who have their actual address in your system, and we may not have a lot of people like that, but if their address is in your system, they sure were interested at some point. And I one of the things that resonated with me a while back was making sure that the offer is really hard to refuse, because people will say no. People will say, do you want your child to be confident, focused, and disciplined? Yes. Martial arts is a great vehicle for that. I agree. Our place is so nice and clean and wonderful, and Mr. Dave is the best. Yeah, I met him and I really liked him. Get started today for only $4,000. Okay, well, no, I'm not. That's where I'm stopping. Make the offer so hard to resist that they just, okay, fine, they have to. And that's what I was talking about, waiving an enrollment fee or giving it half off, but that day only. Make the offer something that they just can't say no to, and it's going to make it a lot easier. You have to have a good relationship with them first, though. So, if you send out 100 postcards, hopefully that's to people who have really good relationships with you. This shouldn't be a cold mailing list. Like I wouldn't go buy a mailing list from your local, Info USA or whatever and upload it to RainMaker. I think that's a bad idea.
No, if I was just going to do some blanket, I would do the every door direct mail, but
yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to spend $1 per person, that's a very reasonable amount of money to spend, even on 1,000 people, if you have their addresses already. Targeting prospects, targeting former members. I think that's a really good use of your postcard, especially if you're going to upload something. And you can upload it once and use it every single year. Use it for karate for Christmas, $49 belt in a bag or whatever that you want to use it for, and send it out to all of your members. Like if you're running a full-time martial arts school and you have whatever, Sal has diaper dragons and 4 through 6 and 7 through 12 and 13 plus and adults and seniors and executives and whatever else you have in kickboxing, there's somebody, if you got one active member in a family, isn't there something for other family members? You know what I mean? Like maybe you send that belt in a bag to everyone, prospects and formers and members, because they're going to get their kids started. Like on the holiday sale, we had that $49 start. I think 3 of those were current members. One of them was a sibling, and 2 of them were after schoolers. They already did after school. They've been thinking about doing martial arts. One of them did martial arts, one of them did parkour. So, we don't need to just think about new members that have not ever been enrolled before. There's new members lurking everywhere.
Okay, one last question. What's your marketing for new students for December? Belt in the bag, you already did your holiday sale. Anything you're doing, because we know it's slow. I hate to say that there's our slow months, but it is a slow month. You only open half the month.
I turned my Facebook ads off in October because it felt like it was busy. There were not a lot of people registering for free classes. It was slowing down a little bit. I'm turning my Facebook ads back on with a huge budget because I last year did a lot of new students in between December 15th and January 1st, which sounds crazy, but we did a lot of new students. Maybe it's because people were home or were around. We had a really good new video ad. But at times when people aren't thinking of new things, you have to get creative. And Facebook is a great way to penetrate into its disruptive advertising, penetrate into their news feed. At the same time, you can be emailing your list regularly, let them know that you have this, Christmas offer, and you could make an offer that isn't just the belt in a bag necessarily, but whatever your offer is, and it ends December 31st. So that means you can hammer them over and over and over all the way up through December 31st. don't be afraid of annoying people. People aren't annoyed. I'm happy when my dentist calls me 17 times because I still haven't redone my kid's appointment. I need them to keep calling me. I have every intention of doing it. So don't be afraid of getting your people on the phone. Don't say at 9 a.m., I don't know what to do to get new students, when you could just pick up your phone and call former students. Hey, Sally, it's, or whatever. Put out a Facebook ad. If you're not spending, $500 a month on Facebook, why not spend it? Mm-hmm. Figure out how to do it.
One question about the MIA flows. Mm-hmm. One thing that I always kind of felt a little bit weird about, as far as like the text that goes, I get it that the postcard would go in the student's name, but for kids, the text will say like, hey, William, we miss you in class, and it's not you, it's their kid.
Yeah, but kids love that. Mr. Dave sent me a postcard. I think kids love that. Mr. Dave
the postcard, but I mean the other parts, like the text and the email is going to go to the parent, but it's going to be saying, we miss you, not we miss your kid.
I will have to ask.
You know what I mean by that? That's what always held me back from that. It's like I felt like that was confusing. Like, okay, I sent a text to their parent saying, hey, we missed you in class this week. When will you be back? And they're not in the class. It's their kid.
But so to a couple of things. First thing is, I'll ask RainMaker, the RainMaker ladies, if we can use a parent name tag in a postcard. There are certain places you can use certain tags. In email, you can use parent name. So you can say, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, we missed Cameron, right? So that there may be a way to make that easier. The second thing is that I have not had the experience that people think it's weird. People get it. I think people get it. Like, I know it's my kid. I know they're talking to my kid. Like, I know that this is not – I know that Mr. Dave did not type this postcard out and put it in the mail. Like, I know that. I know it's auto-generated. I still appreciate the thought. And because I know that it's auto-generated, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? And I think the last thing that's most important, and I would be remiss if I didn't say this, why are you letting that one little thing get in the way? Right?
Well, if we send a text, most of the parents come to class too, so we missed you in class. I mean, or we missed you, instead of like, we missed you at the school this week.
Yeah. Little changes in language, but I don't mean to be mean at all. I just like sometimes we let those little things trip us up, and I get it. I think your concern is legitimate and valid. I have not seen it to be a problem, and since there's not it's not like it's a video communication card that's specific to that family. There's just kind of have to deal with what you get. But yeah, Greg's right. We missed you in class. We missed y'all. You can say y'all.
Yeah, we missed you all in school. Yeah,
missed y'all in school. So we missed you all. Missed y'all. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
He's in North Carolina. That's perfect.
There you go. As long as you're pretty close to Mason-Dixon, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be we missed all y'all.
All y'all. Missed all y'all. Just we can just stay away from the come on back. Let's keep it a little more formal than come on back. Yeah. Cool, guys.
Thank you, sir.
The RainMaker girls, and I'll let Greg know if the parent name tag can be used, because that's legitimate, because you can set it up on your MIA that this goes out. This postcard goes out to kids. This postcard goes out to adults in adult programs. That's 30 minutes worth of setup, and then that'll go out forever.
Cool.
I'll ask them.
Excellent job, sir.
All right, guys. See you later.
See you.